Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Humankind, where I'm getting a little bit nervous about the fact that we're not leading on victory points. Now, keep in mind, the game is not about being ahead in victory points at all times, it's about being ahead in victory points at a very specific time. It doesn't actually matter, I suppose, if we fall behind here, because we can push forward again later. If we're taking actions to set ourselves up to perform powerfully in the final couple of eras, then we're doing the things we need to do. It just makes me nervous that we've been surpassed, is all. And keep in mind, we've been surpassed because this other player is up 2 stars on us. So let's have a quick look. Let's make sure we know where we're getting our 2 stars. Okay, we're at 2693 on these, so we're going to get that next turn. Next turn, we're going to get 254 more fame. And then we need 1 more star to get out of the era. I mean, we're not that far off of another scientist star, because we're gonna finish attack, and then we just need 2 more. This is own more territories, which we're working on, but we're probably not going to get to 10 anytime soon. Districts are probably not going to happen. Militarist stars, of course, are not going to happen. Merchant stars probably off the table, so it's got to be the second agrarian star, and I mean, that's a lot of population. 9 points of population. Where are we at on growth? So we're looking at another point here in 1 turn, 3 turns, 1 turn. Okay, you know what? It's not going to be an issue at all. In fact, we're going to do very, very well on population over the next few turns. And actually, at the current rate of growth, we're 5 turns off of filling our affinity bar again, and then we'll be able to get a whole bunch. So actually, we're totally fine. Don't need to worry about it. This other player is going to get to go to Era 3 a few turns ahead of us, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, what is this? Goth's AI. What has happened here? Because this definitely belonged to this player. It has their cultural symbol. It has the same culture. Why has this city become a free city? Is there something to do with? I'm not 100. Oh, maybe it's stability. This is not related. This tooltip is not appearing because we were looking at this. But maybe that's what happened. Maybe they lost control of their stability. If we have a look at what stability says here, everything is cool. That's definitely the kind of language that we would be using at this time in history. I guess I don't actually know. If you get to low enough stability in a city, it probably rebels, right? Maybe that's what happened. Maybe they lost control of their stability and this became a neutral city. So, ideologically, we're not super oriented toward them. I'd like to be a little more oriented toward them, but we're not really very close. I'm going to feed them some praise here. We'll just push into tolerant and we'll see what can be done about that. If it's 33 turns on this city, if they don't manage to somehow wrest control of it back, we may be able to just buy them off, which would be really cool. That's a fun way to get control of a city. And then we still have this up here. Oh, we can interact with these guys from this zoom level. So they're oriented toward individualism and liberty, neither of which we're particularly close to. We have to wait for the outpost to become a city in order to do patronage. Okay. Well, we're keeping an eye on them. So, aside from that, I think things are going pretty well. It looks like Green wants to have a chat with me.
For your consideration.
Okay, they paid out this time. They get to know where my capital is. And they had open borders, right? They could have scouted for it if they wanted to devote the time. So, wait, is there... Do I have to get to this level to trade resources? You can buy their resources here, not here. So, do we want to do that? Because they do have lead. And lead would be useful for us. Does it tell us? No, it does not tell us. Focus on its location to see its price. No, it just doesn't tell us. Probably in part because of the fact that, we can't actually interact with them. Well, listen, I feel perfectly fine just feeding them praise until we get up. It's getting expensive, though. Are we going to be able to make it to 60? At this rate, we could give them some money too. Yeah, I like that doing it via one resource gets really expensive, and that you're incentivized to have access to both. I mean, I want access to that lead. But maybe it's not worth the extreme amount we would have to spend. Because it's going to get pretty heavy, right? We have so much influence, though. I wish that we could see what another wonder will cost us in the next era. Whatever, we're generating so much. I'm sure it's not a big deal. We might actually run out, though. Okay, we'll keep a few hundred. From here we can push with money. There we go. Okay. So next turn we should be able. Next turn this should unlock, and we should have the ability to buy access to their lead. Right? I think that's going to be worth it. So what do I actually want to do with you guys? We don't necessarily value from sailing you over here. Are they willing to give me open borders? Cannot make another proposition for 3 turns. Okay, sensible. Sensible. Again, I really feel like that should be a function of most 4X games. You should not be able to spam diplomatic stuff. So I'm happy to see it here. Oh, wait, can I not? Oh, there's a cliff. Well, shoot. In fact, we gotta go all the way over there? Really? Is this also cliffed? Can I rotate the camera? I cannot. Or at least, if I can, it's not the button I'm expecting it to be. Oh, you know what? Maybe you can't even... Maybe you can't embark into ocean tiles. Yeah, okay, maybe. Well, that's fine. We'll get over there eventually. I'm trying to find the right zoom level. I wonder if there's a way... Let's check real quick. I wonder if there's a way to adjust at what zoom level it goes to the low detail view. Because I would like to be able to zoom out a little bit further while maintaining full vision. No, probably not. Actually, while we're here, I am going to turn down the interface size a little bit. The screen feels a little crowded when stuff's turned on to me. Let me know if this makes it hard to read. But, yeah, I like that better. I'm sitting real close to this monitor. It's fine for me to turn things down. Honestly, that might even be too far. Let's spend the whole video in the menus, shall we? Okay, good. I like that one. So, what do we want to build in Lothal? Well, do we have any other, like, really pressing internal things? I mean, we are getting close to having all of our citizen slots full here, so a library giving us 2 more places to usefully apply people seems good. Oh, we're not over 50. Give me that. Yeah, that should be the case. We should do that. And then... Is everybody else building stuff that matters? You're still locked here. We still got to get your stability up. It needs to be above 30%. So next turn we'll probably be allowed to... start work on that again. But let's do something else in the interim. Let's do something else for a couple of turns while things stabilize here. The forge is fine. Flood irrigation, not so good on this one. Honestly, yeah, another building that gives stability might be a good idea here. And let's not spend the large amount of money that would take to rush out. Okay, I think we're good. So we got our craftsmanship. Giving us access to the kiln, which is fine, and the artisan workshop, which is very good. And we got some notifications. A grievance. Who did what? Who did what to me? You annexed a city of independent peoples that I was a patron of. Oh, bummer, man. Well, I'm not going to make a big noise about it. It's fine.
Had time to calm down. I
But
may forgive you.
Unimaginable.
unfortunately, that does mean we just wasted a lot of resources. Oh, wait. This city, not this. I had just assumed that we were talking about Nissa here. But no, they took this one. That one, I don't care so much. Alright, so, resources and trade. So no, we still can't buy access to their stuff, even though I should be able to. Yeah, it says I can buy their resources. Well, If we just get to here, we can directly assimilate them, even without having to wait for them to decline. We could do that. That could happen. Wow, we are making so much money right now. That breakdown could be more useful. 200 from, you know, cities. Somewhere. From somewhere. Alright, what do y'all want?
Respects your people and mine.
Alright, I tried. We may just try to buy those people out all the way then. I could use more districts, you know? So I don't really know what I want to do with you guys. I guess... Boy, yeah, what do I want to do? I guess just get down here. Reports to a city, and we'll figure your stuff out later. We also have gained 3 points of population due to our incredible population skill. We got our aesthete star, and so 2344. We have pushed back ahead, and the black player's not jumping into the next era right away, so I assume they have another star or two that they're close to, and they're just trying to make sure they get all the fame they can get from this era. I'm going to have you head up this way, I think. Let's see what's up and to the left from these people. And you are... What are you doing? We don't really need a public fountain. I mean... It does not make clear to me what the benefit of being above 90% is. We know that it's a different state. You can benefit from bonuses of specific infrastructures. Okay, so it doesn't do anything by itself, but there will be buildings that want you to be above 90. Okay. So I'm not going to stress about it too much then. The sawmill would be okay. We have a lot of forested tiles in this area. Well, maybe not a lot, but some. We have more than one forested tile, so I think that might be what we do. Actually, let's get a school going first. We actually do. We have pretty good population here. Alright, researchers are currently idle. Who do they think they are? So, we have a couple of really easy techs that we can pick up and just jam through that star as fast as possible. Do we have a sense of what we're going for in the next era? Theology gets me an administrator. Foreign outposts gets me an administrator. Seafaring mastery. Ah, the cog is only damaged by turns spent in deep water, not instantly destroyed. That's compelling. Feudalism, just more food from all tiles that you're exploiting seems great. Creates a city with a small package of infrastructures already built. Yo! Starts with 3 population. That seems great. What are the prereqs for that? We're gonna get imperial power. A commons quarter allows the ability to relocate the capital. You know what? Let's grab domestication because we have the ability. Oh, we had enough overflow tech to enough overflow science to just grab that, and then we get a star this turn if we do another tech, right? Yeah. So like we're definitely going to get this second agrarian star before we move on. I'm not going without it because it's worth too much fame, but we should try to get this as quickly as we can. Let's grab another one of these. Just pressing buttons at random. Let's grab another one of these really fast ones. So do we want horsemanship more than we want masonry? Horsemanship is required for nothing. We had the other prereq of wheel. So masonry has the stoneworks. Oh, plus industry from mountains. Actually, yes, this one. We will totally get good use out of that. And then, these guys get in the water. We will get this. We're gonna get there. All right, let's talk about these. Let's talk about this Nessa down here. Let's talk about taking these guys over. So what actually changes when this increases? Okay, it's hard to say. Our actions would be cheaper. So in order to get to 100, in order to get to 90, we'd have to increase this 15 more times, right? It seems like it increases 2 points per spend. I don't think we can afford it. I think even if we give them all of our money, because we definitely want to make sure that we have influence going into the next era, because I want to be able to grab our wonder immediately, right? Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. It's going to be... No, we're going to need 15 activations. We can't afford it. I'm super bummed out that we can't buy their tech, and I'm sure that the reason is good. No trade permission. Is it a proximity thing? I don't know. I'm sure the reason is good, but the UI is currently not showing it to us, so it's hard to know why. Alright, well, that's a bummer. That does suggest that we may have wasted some resources, but who knows? We may still be able to push them to 90 later if we wait for a little bit more resource build-up, so I guess I'm not heartbroken about it. We'll be fine. Alright, hooray, an achievement of my culture. Look at all of the fame. And we are definitely not moving on until after we fire our agrarian bonus one more time. Alright, so you guys get over here. Can we... No, we can't get up on land. There's a cliff. Gotta get up where the land is low. Let's see what's up here. We got some cute fish. Just a lot of tiny, tiny little bits of land. Okay, so... exploit these horses. And then you can also exploit horses, and probably should. We should have access to our resources. That's a good idea. What is this? Oh, you may pick a culture for the next era. We are not doing that yet. Remind me later. We'll come back to it. So, what is next? I guess, actually, hold on. No, not this. Should be this one. It would be 5 more technologies to get the 3rd star here. So we could just pursue the 5 cheapest technologies and try to get there. It would be horsemanship, organized warfare, fortifications, and then... I don't think that that's gonna happen. I don't think we should do that. I do kind of wonder if we want to push siege tactics. Just like having the ability to jam more units into the army, into an army, is a pretty significant benefit. But also, I wonder if we're going to engage in any warfare. Right now, we're doing such a good job of making everybody like us that I feel like those points just might end up being wasted. Let's work on foreign outposts. I want seafaring mastery. I want another administrator. We're not going to try for that 3rd science star, I don't think. Okay, so did I moved these guys? Yeah, that was this turn. I do like the UI size a lot better here. I was feeling a little enclosed, if I'm being honest, last turn. Oh, we trended to 100 all of a sudden, and I'm not super clear why. I mean, listen, I'm overjoyed about it. Why did I suddenly jump to 100? We haven't gotten any closer to them in ideological proximity. Was I misunderstanding? So give you more bonuses with each threshold. Like, was each use of this giving me like a heal over time type deal? Well, I mean, whatever. Get assimilated. Welcome aboard. Apparently we just ran a couple of era stars. And my grievance was forgiven immediately, which I appreciate. No, hold on, not yet. So that pushed us to 69 population. Yo, when we hit our agrarian bonus, we might get close to the 3rd star here. Okay, and it got me this. Interesting. Okay, yeah. So what's the deal with Nessa? Let's have a look at this city. It has a whole bunch of crummy districts. Can I see? Is there a list of... Yeah, here we go. They got a lot of stuff. They have a lot of basics. I mean, this is a pretty early city of this culture, so... Ooh, there's a holy site here. It has a thing. I'm not allowed to build that? Or what does that mean? I'm assuming I'm not allowed to build that, because I wouldn't ordinarily be allowed to... Oh no, it just meant nobody's working on it. Well, might I wrest control of my religion back from them? Also, hey, look at that. We got all this lead. You cannot buy your own resource. Oh, we actually took 2 regions. can see the dividing line here. This is a city that had control of another region. This is a huge problem for them. They should have maintained control of this city better. So, do I want to divert anyone? I probably want everybody to finish what they're working on now, but we will definitely run other cities' population into this obelisk. I want more obelisk. So Empire 3 is still the religious leader. There's one holy site from my empire. There's no way for us to see how many they have. I guess not. Oh, wait. Hold on. There might have been. What was this? Tier 1, Egyptians polytheism. Tier 2, so the Egyptians are running a polytheism over on their continent as well. Okay. Okay, interesting. Yeah, we'll get that built. We'll see if we can't wrest control of our religion back from them. Alright, 3 cities gained population this turn. Your civilization benefits from its proximity to others. When a territory is under the influence of another empire, technological osmosis. Exchanges between the people of this city and its neighbor could lead to a major technological breakthrough. You can just buy horsemanship. Okay. That's a really cool system. Man, there are so many really cool systems in this game. There's a lot of stuff that I did not know about going into this phase of the OpenDev. Alright, so people are buying access to my horses, which is cool. You guys should all pitch in on this thing. I would love to have another holy site. You lot, I honestly have no idea. I have no idea what I want from you. I guess, actually, get over here. That's going to take a while. It's going to be a lot of moving. And then you dudes get up here. Hold on, we need to turn on resource displays. So there's not a good place to build a city, really. I guess we'll put down, like, right here. And we'll get the benefit of controlling Lake Hillier and also this coastal reef. But this is going to be a very crummy city that exists solely to expand our territory. You guys head up this way. Let's see if this region leads anywhere interesting. Okay, that's more coast. Yeah, cool. So 2 turns until we use our agrarian power. Even more population. Somebody locked a world deed. We're benefiting from our cultural osmosis again. This is probably going to happen a lot when you take over a civilization. If you dismiss the offer, you will just get 190. I mean, this is a lot of money for a tech that I don't necessarily think is very useful to us. But we're making a ton of cash now. We're making such an absurd amount of cash. Yes, I will turn money into science when allowed to do so. That's probably smart. We got an Era Star, and I don't even know which one. People are buying access to all of my stuff. Is it everybody buying access to my horses? Oh, and the lead. Sure. Yo, we're doing really well. What star did I get? Oh, yeah, a merchant star, right? We're making so much money now that it is actually possible for us to make merchant stars. So we are 13 population short of filling out our agrarian. Nobody has moved to the 3rd area. One of our opponents has fractional victory points, which seems like it's probably not supposed to happen. We're not going to make that 3rd agrarian star off of this, but honestly, we're not that far off. We can probably just sit and let it happen.
Oh.
Alright, what's up? You would like a scientific agreement.
Proposal for you.
My guess is that he's going to benefit from this way more than we are. Because he's, like, very far behind in development. But you know what? In the name of friendship, I will do this thing for you. Fate of the free cities. The world as it ever was is divided into the rulers and the ruled, those who order the castrations and those who receive them. Great sprawling empires and proud independent cities. Your struggle is with other empires, but you should not forget the part these free cities can play. I agree with you. So we've earned ourselves a civic, which is great because we have civics points. How should we use other people's? Well, I think that in part we should not think about it in this way. I am inclined to I'm inclined to take the assimilate cost reduction. So this would modify higher army cost and would press us toward food over stability. I don't have a strong feeling on this one. Like, obviously food's very important, but stability seems important too. And like I said, I think we might be transitioning away from an agrarian culture for the next era. So I'm not sure if I do want to push this way. What's the difference? It's 5% food. I think I'm going to stay in the middle for right now, because I think we may actually get a couple more assimilations off here. I'd like to make that as cheap as possible. All right. Yeah, what are we doing? We're moving citizens. We're moving units. Within this army, one or more units can now be upgraded thanks to your fancy technology. How do I... Upgrading is only possible in yours or one of your allies' territories. That's how. You be in a different place than you are in now. Well, I would like to do that, and we totally will. I think... Gosh, you're going to have no industry. Yeah, this is going to be really rough. Am I allowed to put down on the lake? Can I outpost here? Because if I can, I think that's what I want to do. No, terrain type is not valid. Okay, well this is an expensive outpost. And we were immediately forgiven. I kind of figured that would be the case. He doesn't want to upset this particular apple cart right now. Is this also independently peopled? Ooh, check out the geysers over here. I know some people really don't like it, the amount of visual clutter that is added by having the resource icons all the time. So I apologize if that is a bummer to anyone. Obviously, I prefer to have the information. So yeah, with these guys we are gaining each turn, and it's not clear to me why. But so we should be able to just buy them out next turn? I don't understand this system well enough yet. Okay, so maybe we should give some love... Oh, wait, we can't. They don't have a city. I was going to say, maybe we should give some love to these guys just to get the ball rolling so that we can eventually assimilate them. Because we didn't pay very much influence into these dudes at all. And they're, we're going to be able to buy them out, really soon. Okay, help with this. I want this finished. Okay, that'll get it done. You guys are still running. And my agrarian bar unfilled a whole bunch, and I'm not sure why. So that being the case, do we want to just move up? I mean, we're looking at a lot of fame here. But if we were to go up right now, we would be the first ones into the new era. Every turn we pass is a chance for somebody else to snag a culture. Okay, let's take a look at the other cultures and figure out if there's one that we really want. If there's one that would be way better for us than the others, it may be worth just jumping now. And obviously, while we're working toward this third agrarian star in the second era, we're not making any progress toward the stars in the third era. So the Aztecs have a unit production cost reduction. They have a building that increases stability on celebrating cities. This is their district. Unlock sacrifice population action. Such sacrifices will apply celebrating. Weird. And then also they got Jaguar Warriors who are, yeah, just real badass. Just real badass infantry melee unit. The Byzantines, 25% money per alliance, and then money from horses. They love the racetrack. Varangian Guards cannot retreat, but they have 43 strength. How does that compare to the Jaguar Warrior over here? 33. So, okay. 43 is high enough that it is worth having a drawback. See, you are grown lands, so this is the affinity for owning more territory, right? The flag. Plus 50% population growth. speed in plentiful state, plus 50% population growth speed in abundant state. That seems a little bananas. That's a lot of population, man. Whole lot of science, like a whole lot of science. Plus 4 science per adjacent religious district. I wonder what counts as a religious district. Like, does our Celt thing count? Because if it does, this seems really interesting for us. And then they get a unit that requires 2 horses and 2 iron. Receives double combat strength bonus when charging. That's potentially really powerful. The Ghanaians, plus 5 money per number of accesses to luxury resources. That's worded strangely, but I assume it's plus 5 money for each time you can access each resource, not plus 5 money for each different type of resource. Is why that's worded that way, I'm sure. Sorry. Sometimes, if you try to scroll down when there's no scroll bar, it moves you to the right. I wish that was a little more consistent. What does your unit do? Bonus combat strength against cav. And fast like a cavalry unit. It is a cavalry unit, but it doesn't cost any horses or anything. So that's interesting. Plus 3 money per adjacent district. Okay, so it's a lot of money, and they're money affinity, of course. The Teutons, plus 1 money per state religion follower and plus 1 science. That would be good for us. Their unique district gives faith and plus 5 industry for any adjacent district. That seems like a lot of industry in a lot of cases. The Teutonic Knight at 39 strength, bonus combat strength against enemies with a different state religion. That's not super relevant for us as long as we're fighting people on this continent where our religion is the only one. But if we ended up in a war against the player who is pressuring us on fame, could be pretty good, actually. Khmer, plus 2 industry per workers on city or outpost, so real good. Every person you have assigned to industry is more powerful. Plus 5 food. This district is just plus 5 food, and then huge bonuses for being near rivers. Very good for us. And also, elephants. Can keep moving after making an attack. Must have line of sight to attack. Fights at full combat strength even when defending against close range combat. 42 combat strength. That seems terrifying and incredible. What is the one that has the gears on it? Is that... That's going to be Builder Stars, right? The flag is Expansionist. The gear is Builder. Maybe? Probably. Again, I think there's supposed to be a mouse over for that, but it's not. It's not firing. And who knows? That might be an issue with my computer. English. Plus 3 industry on each farmer's quarter. We have more farmer's quarters than anything else, I think, so that might be interesting. Increase range by 2 for ranged units standing in their unique district. Replaces the garrison, can spawn land units here, and the longbowman, who already has a very silly range. So longbowman in a stronghold is going to be like a real nightmare to deal with. The Mongols are military affinity, so we almost certainly don't want to take them. The Orda automatically upgrades your regular outpost, can build the emblematic unit of the culture, the Mongol Horde. Oh wow, can act a second time after attacking. I was going to say, this doesn't seem that good. It's a 29 strength unit, but it gets to shoot twice. So yeah, that seems alright. The Umayyads, science, plus 10 science per number of territories on all cities. What? Oh, no, sorry, okay. I'm sure that's plus 10 science for the number of territories in the city. On all cities. Not plus 10 science for your total number of owned territories on each of your cities, which obviously would be completely bananas. The Grand Mosque is faith and has a researcher slot, which is kind of cool. Drains additional stability during sieges, but requires 3 horses. And the Norsemen are also military, so probably not. But this is, yeah, more of a naval military faction. Plus 3 food per adjacent coastal water, plus 2 food per adjacent lake. You could get a lot of food out of a Naust. Yeah, wow, and if you're playing aggressively and you're raiding people, this district is incredibly powerful. Okay, there's a lot of cool stuff going on here. And if we were to transcend with Celts, we would just get more. We would have more fame. Our emblematic unit would be a little outdated, but we're already not engaging in any combat. I don't think we want to do this. I think we do want to move up. But honestly, I think there are a few options here that are kind of interesting for us. I don't think there's anything that we need so particularly that we need to bail on the era right now, and I kind of do want to try to force this to happen. 7 turns on our agrarian meter is rough, though. I'm assuming that it expanded because of the number of districts we gained. Oh, actually, this city is in control of this district, too. We gained 3 districts here, and then 1 up north. Yeah, wow. Wow, that's real good. Poor Green. Things were going so well for them. Well, sorry about the indecision here. If I don't think we're gonna get that star soon, we might want to just move on. Are the English the only agrarian society in this next group? They are. And actually, this group has nobody with an influence affinity, which is a real shame, because that would be the one that I would most want to go for if we're switching off of agrarian. So that being the case, maybe we do jump up just so that we're sure we get the English. Not that I think that all of their benefits are that great, but like I do think that affinity makes a lot of sense for us. And I do believe Vassal's labor is quite strong. The stronghold also is pretty good. We would want to build strongholds in a lot of places, because you lose the ability to build your emblematic district later, but any that you've built remain functional. And it does seem like just a free range for everybody is going to make you very, very good at defending. I think maybe we jump up. Maybe we move. Instead of trying to sit around and grab the fame, we just start grabbing the fame from the next era. Because as soon as we move into the next era, all of a sudden our influence is fame generating again. And that's really our primary source of fame so far. Yeah, it's just a shame there's not an influence culture here. We'll go English. Yeah, I think this makes sense.
Wisdom and technical innovation from earlier eras bring humankind new knowledge, and we immediately use it to find new ways to kill each other off. Greater empires build more powerful armies, but brute strength may be defeated by superior innovations. It is brains versus brawn, with ever richer cities as tempting spoils for the victor.
Okay, so we didn't build as many of the unique Celtic district as we maybe could have, but we got a couple of them out. And the ones we did build are in places where they're really useful. And we're going to try to remember to build more of our unique district here. Okay, so let's have a look at the stars. 5723 for the first aesthete star. Really? Well, we're pulling 100 per turn. I mean, we'll get some of those, but that seems a little crazy to me. We're probably going to get more of these this time. Yo, look at how much money you have to earn. I guess the idea is anybody who's devoting themselves to a linear is going to be getting better and better at it over the course of the game, so the gap between the previous level's performance expectations and the new era's performance expectations has to keep growing. But still, some of these numbers are terrifying. Okay, we have a request.
What do you say to this appealing proposal?
Share maps. No, I don't want to give you my maps, and I don't even want to counter, because at this point, I don't care about 100 gold.
You must be out of your mind.
Alright, Lucy, take it easy. She's very energetic. Alright, so, here... Can we... where's the upgrade button? Select a unit with the following icon. I mean, like, this is my territory, but it's only kind of my territory. Okay, here we go. So we can upgrade 2 horsemen. The unit can only be upgraded in your own territory. It costs a little bit of money. It does not require a horse, remarkably. And that does make them faster. We can also disband a unit that is in friendly territory. Oh, right. Here's the problem. I was selecting the army not the unit. These buttons are on the actual unit panel. Okay. So... it did not consume your movement. What do I want to do with you now? I'm actually not sure. We grabbed... Here, let's make sure there's no other curiosities over here, but I'm pretty sure we know this already. Yeah, okay. So there's not really a reason for us to have a unit on that island, but there's not really a reason for us to have a unit anywhere else either, honestly. I guess we could sail up north and try to claim this territory. This wonderful frozen wasteland over here. The obelisk is already going to finish in one turn, so I don't see a reason to pick that up. I didn't realize how many horses we had available. It's kind of wild. And then here in this city, what do we want? Did we finish? We have the building that gives bonus industry from mountains, right? I think we did finish that tech. This will be a lot easier once I know the pictures better. Yeah, this is going to be real solid for us here. So how are we doing on food? We are doing less well on food. Immediately, we are doing less well on food. I guess leave it like this. This city's always been doing kind of bad, right? Huh, you can spend population to rush stuff as well. I don't want to do that. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Alright, somebody had a move order. I don't even know who it was. Okay. 950 for the next wonder. And none of them are claimed yet. Okay, we'll worry about that when we get there. We will try not to spend too much influence until that happens. But I do think we should buy these guys out because, more territory. Alright, so buying them out did not give me all of their units. But that's fine. I think we should probably build a harbor. That's probably not going to come as a huge surprise to anybody. So... I don't know if it really matters where we build it. Or there's no like special tiles that we're building toward or anything. Everything here is kind of like the most basic. Yeah, this is fine. It's a lot of food and industry. So you work on that for a while. I didn't even want to buy that out because honestly I don't know, like... There's only so much of value to even do here. You could be on this though, that'll help. Okay, yeah. Have you guys made a city yet? No. They have. Okay, so let's give them some patronage. We're gonna buy our way up into the 10-point tier. And then is it gonna be plus 12 every turn for the rest of forever? Is that how it works? Okay, we moved up and other people felt the pressure to also move up. Or maybe they just accomplished their stars. Trade deals with our neighbors. Yep, I don't need to know the specifics on that. So, where are we at fame-wise? We still have a pretty big lead on second place. That bunch of stars we got at the end of that era was very helpful.
This
what's up?
arrangement would see both our empires prosper.
I don't see a lot of benefit for me here. Okay. We have an event. Excellent. We need more civics. The Empire is a vast, glorious land of mountains and grasslands stretching countless leagues and full of wonders and mysteries. Over many generations, your people have subdued many of its corners, but now you must ask the question, to whom do these lands truly belong? A complicated question with a lot of implications. Alright, so, does the land belong to the Empire or to the people? Well... So this pushes us toward industry, while this one pushes us toward money. This lowers the cost of creating outposts and moves us in a direction that I think is pretty beneficial. I think I care more about industry than money. I mean, obviously there are some things that money is really useful for. But yeah, I think I want to focus on industry more than money, so we'll push that way. Plus, having a stance is useful. Okay, so... We are still dominating culturally, but you'll notice it's a lot less. Green is pushing their culture pretty hard. Yeah, see, they still have cities that are putting out 9 influence, while my cities have fallen pretty significantly. Why is this the case? Hold on, let's... Like, we used to be producing... Let's see, this still says 9. Well, the answer to the question is, I don't know. I don't know why that's not... why it doesn't read as producing 9. Okay, I have become the religious leader again. 97% of the followers are in my territory. I have 4 holy sites. Wait, is that true? No, sorry, there are 4 holy sites. I have 2. There's 1 in green and 1 in brown. Okay. So, we get to decide the tenets from now on. We cannot take any right now because we don't have enough followers. We got to get to 160, which we're trending toward pretty quickly, I think. And it's not clear to me why Green was able to even build a second holy site. The fact that we took over while it was partially built was hugely profitable, but also it's not a thing that I could, like, reproduce. So this is another system that we need to grab some more understanding of. But yeah, I keep adding populations in my cities, and those populations keep converting quickly. So we should be able to get to a higher level of followers pretty fast here, I would think. All right, I guess get over here. We'll get in the water next turn. You can sail around the other side. You guys are good. Can't get in the water yet. All right, so we had a lot of cities that were, until moments ago, building that holy site. So now we have so many other things to produce. Oh, wait, can we still build our... Interesting. We can still build the Gesadi. Huh, I thought we lost access to it after we transitioned off of that empire type. Yeah, see, like, we do lose access to the district. Weird. Alright, farmers' quarters are fun. Wow, plus 7 food. Yeah, because it's going to grab so much stuff over here. And then we're building toward that river, and we're getting the industry off of the farmers' quarters on account of our new cultural identity. So that seems like a pretty smart thing to do. Although, it is worth noting that Mohenjo-Daro is considerably over top of its citizen threshold, so maybe we should be trying to do things that give more than 1 worker slot. So we probably have some science stuff, right, available that we could get like a couple of scholar slots. Yeah, like this. You know what? Let's put that in the queue. But I'll go ahead and finish what I'm working on now. And the House of Scribes after that, because we're going to end up with 4 researchers then. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, we have very poor stability here. I'm assuming in no small part due to... No, actually it doesn't seem to be due to this being recently taken at all. It's just there's too much damn stuff going on in my empire. Well, you know what? We have a spare administrator from that last tech. Let's just go ahead and throw them in here. That'll help. So we're trending toward 45. And do we have any stability stuff we can build? Yeah, let's see if we can get this up to a reasonable value. We're going to finish that in a single turn. I guess, actually, the industry output here is, like, very significant. We're at abundance without having to assign anybody to food because our districts are so powerful. There are some river tiles here. There's not a ton, but we could work out toward that. Let's grab... Let's start building influence buildings. Our influence is falling behind a little bit, or at least behind where I would like to be. And then we probably also want to pursue the science stuff in many of our other cities as well, because we're getting close to completely filling up our population slots. We need places for people to work. You are at plentiful, so we can definitely pull you out of here. We can just barely afford to pull you out too. Yeah. Alright, and we got all these river tiles. Let's take some river stuff. Let's flood irrigate. Animal barns are pretty good too. Let's do flood irrigation first, because there are so many river tiles in this city. Just get that agrarian bar filling as quickly as possible. And... stability is fine here. So, theater. We should definitely... ooh, we're not maxed out. Okay, let's put one more person on that. Oh no, I can't, sorry. So if we can't max that out, there's no sense in having people on it at all, right? Let's just move them over to here where they're incredibly effective. And we remain plentiful. So it turns out we need food here. +2 food on river is fine. +2 food per farmer with +1 farmer slot is probably better. Let's actually make that our top priority. And then once that's finished, we can reapportion here and get the best food growth. Here, we're good with exactly one person in place. Do we want to build outward? We're holding stable at 64%. I think we're gonna... Let's push influence up. We're falling behind. I don't like it. You're plentiful. Okay, you do not need a person there. Let's do some of this. We'll get that theater going, and then you should definitely have the library, because your researchers are already so effective. Let's get more of them. Okay, I like all of that. I like all of those things. Let's talk about science. We're starting to get really good at science. So, theology. Festival seems like a good thing. The manuscript atelier. More science per researcher seems good. And then also administrator, obviously pretty valuable. Leads toward alchemy, which gives stability from each researcher. That seems pretty damn good for us. Yeah. Okay, there's a lot of stuff up here that's real solid. Alright, so that just increases the money we make from trade. And we're ready to get 3-masted ship. Ooh. Wow, that seems like a really good district. Yo, maybe we should be moving toward chivalry. We got a path that we had to take to get there. Let's finish theology, and then I'm going to actually queue up this stuff. I want chivalry. I want that hamlet. Get me cool, powerful districts. Alright, did we... yes. Those guys... right. Okay. I can never remember what happened on the turn we're on and what was just stuff I was planning to do in the future. Alright, got a civics point gain, which unfortunately we probably can't really make much use of. Okay, just clicking on that finished theology without me having to even spend anything. That's fine. Yeah, you should take cities from other players, if you can. There's so much you can learn from another player. Alright, so we don't have anything to do with our new civics point, though, right? Oh, this is tricky. Okay, you're gonna sit still for a turn. You guys are gonna get in the water. Oh, that's right. The army that we're having complete its movements is we had somebody headed for all the way down here. What is this? Okay, those are the guys who are doing that. What are you guys doing? Oh, right. This used to be the border. That's what those guys are doing. They were standing on the border and giving me vision. Well, now go do that over here. How silly of me. How could I have forgotten? Okay, so by and large, things are just going really well. Pushing on that agrarian bar. It's a little less full than I would like. I guess just keep plugging. We're gonna get these pretty quickly. Man, you have to get so much influence. Alright, more population, as always. A blossoming of beliefs. Religious feeling is strong across the Empire, but that is not preventing discord from emerging among the faithful. Oh yeah, right, I don't know why. Of course we would expect it to, because religious people never get in fights with each other, right? Great cities are finding themselves under the sway of diverse religious leaders who each see the standard creed with different eyes. New religious orders are emerging every year, and their influence is growing. What should you do with these groups? Well, I suppose we could dissolve them for a pretty big faith bonus. I don't know that we need more faith, though, right? Faith is just conversion power, if I'm understanding the mechanics correctly. And we're already converting every person who is born on the continent very quickly. We can pick up Tolerant, which is just raw faith instead of a percentage faith boost. Okay, so these are all going to cause a growth in faith. Hammer, Globe, and Candle. So right now we're leading toward stability, but honestly I would rather go this way, so pulling us toward that is a good idea. I don't want to move toward the hammer. I think we're gonna take this one, because we don't actually care about the faith gain. So we're gonna choose it this way. Each citizen must find their own way to the divine. We should be tolerant of religious interpretation. Okay, also that's just nice. That's just a nice thing for us to do, I think. Alright, so unfortunately it's gonna take a while for these guys to actually sail up there. Alright, we're gonna take a full turn's move over here. I was hoping that we would see more shallow water on the other side. So there is lead up here. There is good reason. We can just establish a research station, right? Alright, so now that this is the case, actually we're plentiful without any people working on this, but also we don't have anywhere else to put them. So what now? I mean, the artificial reservoirs is a lot of extra food. We don't need the extra food, but we can pour it all into the agrarian bar and that'll be totally fine. But I think let's lean in on this science stuff first. So, more researchers, then more effective researchers. And you are going to do probably pretty much the same deal. You get more stability, but honestly we're fine. Oh, we do have a loose administrator now. Okay, the population here is not so great. We'll hold off. We'll do the school, but we'll hold off for a moment. Let's do this first. And do we need... It doesn't make any sense for me to bounce people back over there, so let's do this for the moment. Oh wait, did I drop us? I dropped us below 10. What am I doing over here? Sorry, we don't need both of you. Yeah, we definitely need to stay above 10. We gotta keep growing. Always keep growing. Honestly, maybe this city just needs food. Part of the problem is we're not really good at generating food. The animal barns will help. Yeah, alright, maybe make that a priority. This city's position is not good at generating food. Alright, you guys are... I guess it would be best if we moved them, like, over to here? Keep an eye on what Green is doing. But I wanted to have somebody in this area because I didn't want this city to be so vulnerable in case Green decided that they were going to take it back, which, could happen. We're 2 turns off of being able to pick a new wonder. Yeah, and we're pushing hard on influence. People are continuing up into the new era. Population is being gained constantly. Uh-oh. People are fleeing your lands. Okay. What's going on here? We're being attacked. Is Nessa... Okay. We'll deal with it in a second. Retreat. Run away. Is this an issue of Nessa being, like, very, very low stability? Yep, some of the population will regularly revolt. So, I'm assuming people fleeing your lands means that a point of population turned into these units, right? We should get some people over here. So first of all, how expensive is the upgrade? Not so expensive. You're in friendly territory. But not allied territory. Okay, let's do this. These are just horsemen as well, right? Yeah. If there's one thing I know about which number is bigger than the other, it's that 3 is going to win this. Okay. So, I mean, we're trending upward. We're trending upward quickly. We'll get back above 30%. We're trending, like, real high. But you can only change it 5% per turn, so I guess just keep some military units around. Maybe you guys need to go exactly back to here. Everybody just be right here until the revolution is resolved. Oh hey, we discovered another thing. Lake Baikal, which is this. Legend has it the lake's waters came after a people's prayers were answered following a great fire-starting earthquake. Up here, really? Huh. Okay. We could upgrade this to a better boat. We probably should. And also, it turns out there's people here already. So, hold on. Let's jump back down here. We are, in fact, gaining 12 points every turn with these guys. So you don't need to invest all that much in a minor faction unless you need to get them immediately. Right now, I don't think there's any reason to assume that anybody else has seen this. So I'm going to buy up to 18, and that'll get us to the threshold pretty quickly without being too expensive. And we'll just buy ourselves control of this place, which means these guys don't need to be up here anymore. And I don't know what I'm going to do about that. So yeah, we did lose population from people fleeing our lands. We had an army. Yep, we knew that. It's not a big deal. We found a thing. We got some fame. I sure do love things and fame and stuff. Alright, so we're already getting there on stability. We're trending toward 77. So with this, we could be in, like, the really good place. But I just don't know that we need to be. Give me a watermill. And also, let's move some people over to this. Give me a watermill, and then get me, and then something else. And then food from that river. And then, like, once we have enough stability to build districts, we're gonna build out to this river and take advantage of it a little bit better. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what we're gonna do with that guy up in the water now, because now it seems like it really is not necessary for him to go up there. Okay. More population gain. World deeds getting locked. Everybody's doing world deeds. I closed that like I didn't want to see the wonders. So let's see here. Empire 3 has already grabbed the Forbidden City, which was plus 25 war desire gained when going to war. That's an interesting one. Wonder what he intends to use that for. Plus 1 food per faith and also 20 faith. I mean, we have a fair amount of faith coming in, right? We have a couple of faith buildings. I don't know that I want more faith. I want to turn my faith into other stuff. I think we're probably grabbing this. Plus 20% turns before you can be converted by another city's religion. Huh. Okay. I want Angkor Wat, I think. And I don't know where we'll build it. Down here, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Hold on. We'll worry about it in a second. So what do I want you guys to do? There's not really a lot of value for you to get up to right now. I'm gonna pay a little bit of money to take a turn off of this timer. Not because I think that's a useful thing to do, but because I am impatient. Yeah, I guess they'll come up here. I mean, there might be curiosities or something worth grabbing, right? So, yeah, I don't quite see anything out there. I was kind of thinking we might try a full move just into the fog on the next turn. All right, you guys who are moving back toward the rebel city, get over there, and then like we have so much money. I should use this money on something. I guess we could buy out a lot of constructions to start building that wonder. I'm going to do that. Let's build toward the river with it. And then we're just going to purchase and purchase. Okay, we are abundant. We can afford to put 2 more people on this thing, and let us do that. And then, like, we don't need to buy out all this stuff, but I feel bad just having all this money. Like, it Definitely feels like I'm not using my resources appropriately. Wow, we could burn a huge amount of population to auto-complete Angkor Wat if we were so inclined. Right, you get to work on that. Nemosos will get there eventually. Just put that in the queue for later. Yeah, any city that's nearly done with what it's doing, we can throw this on there. Are you in the right state? You are not in the right state. There we go. That makes more sense. Do we want to merge these two armies up? I mean, we may as well, I guess. Yeah, for right now, you guys just... you guys asking for orders, just chill for the turn. Alright, even more population. Remember when we were getting stars like every turn? I miss it. I miss that feeling. Alright, I'm just going to upgrade you guys now. It's probably not like strictly necessary, but this does allow our army to like feel a little stronger to the other players, which may well have some benefit in causing them not to declare war on me. Recreational war. Alright, do we see anything out here in the great blue beyond? No, I mean, we have a pretty good idea of where the other continent might be. Oh, also, I have an administrator who should probably be assigned to something. Give me my city list. Sort them by... I want to sort them by stability. Is that not an option? Huh. I'm surprised by that. Okay, well, I guess we'll just have to, actually, you don't even get... You don't get the stability read in this menu. Weird. Oh, right, I have an outpost. I should be... If that finished, we should be converting that to a city. It did not finish. They take longer, I guess. Later in the game you are, maybe? Yeah, I want to know where stability is bad and assign my dude there. Oh. Canariawella doesn't have a guy. And this would be a good place to be able to build military units, too, if it came right down to it. Alright. So that makes sense for you. We're getting close-ish to this star. And this one. And we totally... Huh. We killed one army that had 2 units in it. So I'm surprised that this shows 1. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, these stars take a lot more work. Yep, let's just sail these guys back to safety. They did not find anything fun. Alright. Hey you, could we please?
You intrigue me. Let's talk.
I will do it. Yes, I do not care about my 100 gold. Alright,
You desire something of me, perhaps?
Hush. Cultural osmosis event. Organized warfare. Okay, so not like an amazing... Oh, the ability to use reinforcements does seem pretty good. I was going to say, not an amazing technology for us, but also I don't care about this money. So I'm absolutely willing to do that. Okay. The wisdom of others. Your merchants trek the world, reaching great markets in far climes and selling your highly prized natural riches for much coin. Conversely, your empire sees many traders from distant lands visit our plazas with their goods, their wit, and their provocative ideas. When their knowledge contradicts the wisdom of your elders, it raises the question of who you should trust. Well, I should trust whoever allows me to spend civics points. So, I really love plus science per researchers. That seems pretty good. So do we trust the foreign innovations? Be not too proud. Outsiders bring many truths of the world, which will keep us moving toward innovation. Or do we go Elder's Wisdom, which will pull us back in the other direction? And I mean, this is going to be more total science, right? Per number of trade routes. Do we have an easy way of seeing the number of trade routes we have? I honestly don't know. So if we take this, we will lose 5% science, and we will gain +1 influence per territory, which doesn't seem like an awful trade. I'm gonna go this way because I think we gain so much science from this over that. And we do want influence. It's not like we're trying to focus on science to the exclusion of everything else. And look at that, we actually managed to spend all our civics points. Okay, you guys are just still headed over here to keep an eye on stuff. Also to be seen, just a huge number of horsemen riding through another player's territory just to let them know, yeah, I got stuff. In case you want to, in case you are thinking about doing a thing, I got stuff, I got things. I got stuff for resisting your things. Okay, 160 we can afford. Yeah, right, I mean, more territory. Of course, give me more territory. So now you guys also somehow do not have a harbor built. Let's fix that. Feel like we should probably grab that reef. There's another reef down here. You know what? We'll probably build more harbor tiles. It seems like a thing you're allowed to do. Actually, this is probably a pretty good buyout. Because this city is, like, barely functional. So yeah, we're allowed to harbor again down here, and there is another reef. So I feel like we should do that. This one we will not buy out. Okay, and we're exactly at plentiful, so let's leave that the way it is. How are you guys doing on population? Okay, putting both people over there wouldn't help. We'll deal with that next turn. What's up with these guys? We have a red mark on them. They do have a whole bunch of incense. What's the deal with your incense? +5 money per incense. Okay. Well, I suppose we could attempt to get to trade. Nope, never mind. Oh, right, we just got open borders, so of course I'm not going to be able to negotiate with them. Well, we need to get our ships down here now, then. And actually, do we want to break one of our horsemen off of our stack and have them go over here and run through these guys' lands to meet everybody? It probably will make more sense to just build a new military unit over here, actually. We'll worry about it next turn. Alright, 3 more population gained, even more research completed, and we met someone. Currently the Khmer. Oh, the black player. Okay, so this is our most direct competitor. I accept your offer for trade. I like trade. Alright, so you are allied with the orange player, and you know everybody else. Did we meet you? Is it clear why I met you? As you probably have, like, a ship somewhere or something. I don't actually see what would have precipitated this meeting. Maybe you can meet people through diplomacy or something? I don't know. But you're over here to the east. And you have gemstones. And also tea. Wow, plus 2% food. That could be very powerful, at least some of the time.
Here is a
What do you guys
proposal
want?
to get your heart racing.
Okay, I'm into trade. I like trade with people. I also have lots of money.
I agree.
This is cause for celebration.
So we can
Let's
only
take a
do
moment
ocean
to enjoy
trade.
life.
So incense is a thing where, like, you buy this and it just, over time, it will pay itself off. And then, I mean, also there's the stability effect, which does matter. But I don't know if I want to spend money on that. I want to try to get friendlier with this player. Yeah, like, let's buy your stuff. Gemstones are... grants extra resources from tiles producing the corresponding resource. That's worded in a way that I don't 100% understand what it does. Does it mean that every tile that produces resources produces more copies? Or... because, like, the what corresponding resource? Corresponding to what? I don't know. We can't afford to buy into their stuff yet. What I would really like is their tea. So we can afford to buy 1 tea. Let's do some of that, because I want more food. Probably not a huge surprise. Alright, we'll sail across from here next turn. You guys should, get over here. And I did see it, don't worry. There is definitely an independent people just to our south. Hey guys, what's your deal? You're aggressive, and other players are trying to patron you before I can. Well, I do not want them to do that, so let's plow... Ooh. I did just spend a huge amount of money, though. I mean, right now, we can afford to drop a ton of influence. It looks like we're going to have to go... Okay, we're going to have to spend more next turn. Because that looks to me like it's... Yeah, it's 20. So they're going to be gaining 20 per turn. So we're going to have to play into that race in a pretty serious way. What are we looking at here? Okay, next turn we would be able to buy you out, but we probably can't actually afford to. And also... Okay, that's just an encampment. Which I suppose we could deal with. We could go over there and ransack that with our land unit, who is nearby and who does not seem to have any other immediate use. Let's get some fishing going, though, right? So just raw water tiles do not pay out, but the harbor tile does. Yeah, I think that's still probably right. Well, we're already plentiful without it, though. Do I want to do this just to pay food into the bar, into the affinity bar? Or maybe we should do something that makes a little bit more sense for the city itself. We don't really have a lot of sources of industry. We could use a forge to turn some copper into industry. Yeah, you know what? This city is going to need help. It's going to need help with industry. Okay. So more people are moving up into this era. We got 5 population that turn. And a new teaching is available. Yeah, we're producing so much population. So, what do we want here? +1 science per state religion follower, +1 influence, plus 10% science per co-religionist state. Other empires that have the same religion? Maybe? Co-religionist state. Plus 10% money, plus 10 stability, or +1 money per state religion follower. I mean, I feel like develop the intellect is pretty strong for us. We do have some, if I'm understanding the meaning of co-religionist state correctly, we do have some co-religionist states. Several, in fact. Right, like what's my... You are the religious leader. How do we see our... Okay, so is a co-religionist state any empire that has this as their state religion? Is it any empire that has followers? Or maybe like a significant number of followers? I'm going to assume it's anyone else who has this as their state religion. So right now, that would be a 30% boost. And obviously it's not stable, but that does seem mighty powerful, doesn't it? And see, it says +1 maximum number of holy sites. So, is that for the whole religion? Now there can be up to 1 more holy site between the lot of us? I don't have the option of building another one. And it's not clear to me... Okay. Yeah, we don't have the option of building another one. There's not really a lot we can do about that. So, I guess everybody keep on doing what you're doing. I am going to ransack this encampment. I don't want this producing even more... Like, we have the district already. There's no value to us in more neutral peoples being produced. And then we should upgrade this ship when it gets back here. Alright, so, resources. Yo, they committed hard. Are we going to be able to get these guys? Maybe not. And I don't want to plow a bunch of resources into this if we're not going to get it, because obviously Like, it's of limited value. I don't want to plow a bunch of resources into it if I'm not pretty sure we can get it, is maybe a better way to put that. Because I really, like, their territory is terrible. But every city is valuable. Well, we have a lot of money. We can go pretty hard here. So we could push up to... Plus 42 gets us there in 2 turns. I mean, we were going to get there in 2 turns anyway, but I'm assuming it'll matter who is in first if multiple people are above the threshold. I don't know. We're going to just experiment with this. We're just going to plow a lot of resources into this and see what happens. Alright, people continue to move up. Population continues to be born. My boats continue to be nervous. She's at 68. Yeah. I'm going to... we're plus 42. We don't actually get to see what his plus is. I think right now we're going to end up over the threshold but behind green, and I'm not going to put any more resources into this, because I'm curious what that will mean for us. Alright, did we meet the other player? We met purple.
Sign this treaty.
It's a strong sales pitch. You got me.
I like you. I agree.
Okay, so you also have an alliance with
Something
Orange.
good happens.
And you are at war with Yellow, who I don't really know yet. Yeah, Orange is just out here making friends. Alright, what's up? A watery grave. The great coastal city of Kawachi sends fishing crews far up and down the surrounding coastline. Now, one of the new crews has made a startling discovery. Wreckage of an ancient galley lying well preserved in shallow waters. After brief scouting, an experienced diver offers to explore with their gang and promises a fixed payoff for the Empire. They warn that the expedition isn't for the inexperienced. What is your choice? So we can have our military go out there and do it. I don't know if that really makes sense to do. We can just make a contract with them and we'll do well off of that. Or we can tell them to fuck off and protect the what do we want here? What movement do we want? I wish that the thing would stay open while you were looking at that. So this will move us toward individualism. This will move us toward homeland on the geopolitical axis, which is away from food and toward stability, which is actually what I do not want. I wanna get back toward this one. So 150 gold is not a lot of value, in my opinion. We don't really want to move the social axis back toward any further toward tradition. Yeah, I'm unsure where I think is the right place for this one. But I guess moving it one space right now won't matter. I don't really care about the faith, though. I guess we'll just take the money, even though 150 is not really, like, very valuable. Okay, you do that. You get back over here. And it looks like we can upgrade our horsemen to knights. But we don't have the iron for that. We have 1 iron. Right, and your upgrade is cheap and easy. What is the benefit of this? 2241 becomes 2841. Okay, I'm not going to bother. That seems like wasted money. Alright, new technologies. We need new technologies. So now that we have chivalry, this is a fun district. We can build this in a lot of places and have it be very useful. Do we want guilds? A lot of our money, I believe, is coming in through trade. So guilds might be a good move. And then, what's up? What's up down here? Is this the same turn? Yes, this is the same turn. This is where I had just looked at that. Okay, working hard on that wonder. That'll get done pretty soon. Oh, hey. I just realized how long this episode is. A new grievance is available. Who done what? Okay.
I've had
I will
time
renounce
to
my
calm
grievance.
down. I'm
So we didn't even
ready
get a
to forgive
chance.
you.
No.
We didn't even
cannot
get a
be
chance to see there
countenanced.
if we were going to be able to take them despite being in second place, because the AI acts quickly. These guys are not going to attack me. They're far too peaceful. I do not share those views. Let's burn this down. And then I think probably we ought to stop here, because if we don't, I'm never going to. That is going to be it for us for today, and thank you all so much for watching. Ordinarily, I don't do episodes on weekends, but I totally am for this, because, you know, it's the hot new thing, and it's not out yet, and people want to see more content. So, when you come back next time, tomorrow, we're going to get to fire our agrarian bar off, and maybe, just maybe, get one more star in the next hour. These numbers are really just, like, absolutely absurd. And we'll see you then.